Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, March 23rd, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself by teaching you how to currency trade using our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that by using personalized one-on-one training, which we have found to be the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. There is a lot of information out there on how to trade currency, and we think we've whittled it down to something that's simple and easy to understand. And in this session, I will walk you through one of the trade strategies that I use, and as a teaching moment so that you can use it too, and then also to just show you how accurate the tools are. So with that, let's get going. We need to take a look at, we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that we found that's been very helpful for people is to have the constant reinforcement and feedback as to how they're training, and to continue to give training. And because of that, that's one of the reasons we're confident in letting people trade company funds and splitting what they make. And in addition to this session, once you become a member, we do a session every every morning at 10 a.m. We also do a session every evening at 10 p.m. And then there's additional trade sessions that you can pay for. And then again, back to the training, every Wednesday evening, we have an advanced members session. And every Saturday morning, we have a back to the basics where we give, again, some instruction and are able to take questions and get questions answered. I trade off of a trade routine or a checklist that helps keep me focused. And this is it. Every day I like to restart my green chart to clear out the memory and get any updates that have come forth. A good habit is to review in terms of getting better and improving. You want to be able to take a look at what you did on a specific day, specifically the things that didn't go as planned, and try to analyze and determine what you could have done better. So it's those incremental improvements that let you get better. Last night, Tuesday, the trade we took was successful. I think it was a scalp trade using the thick orange line signal. And then last night, both of the recommended trade setups closed, so no need to spend time on that. We are technical traders. Being technical traders means we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at helping evaluate which direction a move is going to happen in. If we can figure out which direction a move is going to happen in, we can make some money. But we want to know news also impacts currency. So we want to know what that news is so that we can kind of trade around it. And and one of the better places to find that news is forexfactory.com, and it breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. And it's these red items that we want to basically trade around. And this morning at 8 a.m., there's a bunch of information coming out on the pound. So my general rule of thumb is I like to kind of be out of these events 2 hours beforehand, because it's very hard to predict what the impact of the news is going to be. So with that, rather than just try to guess, I'd rather just rely on the indicators telling me what direction the market should move. So I avoid trading within a 2-hour window of these events happening. And then at 8:30, USD has got unemployment claims. So this morning we will avoid both the pound and the dollar because we've got these 2 items coming up. So with that, let's get into it. These are our indicators. The chart I'm trading off of to start or to do my initial analysis is the light 6 major. Just to give you a quick overview on what we're trying to do is we've got a dozen different trade signals, and as we train you, we'll develop a trade plan that's kind of designed around your preferences and the way you like to trade. The signal I prefer is something called the 10-point trade signal. I trade it off of a 1-hour chart. You could trade it off of any chart, but I prefer the 1-hour chart because I like to get in and get out. I want to be 30 minutes into the chart. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be around 11 pips, and I expect a trade when I'm using this signal to close in 1 to 3 hours. Basically, I'm trying to get all the lines from the 3 different sections of the chart to be pointing in one direction. And when I get a minimum of 7 points with points from each of the sections, I've got a good trade setup. So let's see if we've got a good trade setup. This is a composite chart, and by that, it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. So I can just go through and scan and see if I see the setup that I'm looking for. I start with the middle section of the chart. This is the Australian dollar, US dollar, and all of these on this first page are US-based pairs. I am looking, this red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. When the market's oversold, it's a good buying opportunity. Likewise, when the market's overbought, it is a good selling opportunity. And basically, I am looking for situations where all the lines are going up if it's oversold, or going down when it is overbought. So here we're oversold. Majors are still going down. The minors, the black and gray, are starting to turn, so nothing there. Euro USD, again, oversold, and everybody's going sideways. They haven't committed to going up. So what I'm trying to find is a situation where the lines are coming down, and I want all the lines coming down. So I would have gotten that here. Had I gotten that here, I could ride it through the channel and in the last 4 hours gotten 30 pips. So this is what I'm looking for. So here, majors are going down, but the minors are going up. I don't have agreement, but this next hour, everybody's going down. I could have rode this through to here. So that's what I'm looking for. Situation where overbought, everybody's going down, or oversold and everybody's going up. So here, pound USD, oversold, minors going down, majors both going down. And usually if one of these, since they're all US based, if one of them's off, they'll usually all be off. Sometimes you'll see maybe the pound or the yen will be a little different, but let's keep going. USD Canadian approaching overbought. Minors are overbought. Majors are still going up. Dollar Swiss franc, we're in the middle of the channel and going sideways. And dollar yen overbought. Minors are coming down, but majors are sideways. So I don't have agreement. I want agreement. The three things I'm looking for are: one, either overbought or oversold; two, all of the lines are going the same direction; and three, that I've got a double cross. Whereas if it's going down, the red line's on top and the black line, or if it's going up, the green line's on top and the gray line's on top. And then there's a couple little tweaks that we can get that kind of strengthen or weaken the signal. So let's go on to the next group. So basically, it's another 6 pairs, but with different pairs. These are all non-US pairs. Euro, pound. We're oversold. We're kind of going, well, minors are going up. Majors are just barely going up. And we don't have the double cross. The green line hasn't really crossed over the red line yet. So I'm going to pass. Australian dollar, yen. Overbought. Everybody's going down. And I've got the double cross. The red line's on top and the black line is on top. So this is 3 points. This is what I'm looking for. When I see this, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and there are 4 lines up here. The 2 orange lines, the thick and thin orange, and the 2 blue lines, the dotted blue and the thick blue. The orange lines are directional, so when the orange lines are going down, that means sell. The blue lines are inversely related, so when the blue is going up, that means sell. So the dotted blue is going up. So I got 3 of the 4 telling me sell here. When I have that, then I'm going to jump down to the pressure, and I want the lines either going down or I want the red line on top that's supporting the sell that I'm seeing here. And I have that. So I've got 7 points here. Now, my only problem is I need to know what time of day it is in each of these markets. And in both of these markets, it is evening time. So it's kind of non-prime time. When I'm trading off of an hour chart, I want one of these to be prime time. I want there to be some activity around it, because as I originally said, I want to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. So if this is the middle of the night, the activity is going to be low. So even though I've got a signal here, it's going to take, when the volume's low, the signal's not as accurate. So because it's nighttime in this market, I'm going to pass on this. Now, it can be nighttime if I'm trading off of a longer term chart, so when I'm doing the overnight trade, I'm trading off of a day chart. So then I'm okay with the signal that I'm seeing and taking the trade. But on a 1 hour chart, when it's not an active market, which it won't be now because it's evening in both of these markets, I'm going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going down. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we've got a mixed signal here. Minors going up, majors going down, and we have been oversold for 6 hours, going down a little bit. And why did this pop up over here? Now, one of the things you'll notice here is you can get 10 pips on a sell when you're oversold. That is possible. So here you've got, 26 pips. But this just isn't part of my trade strategy. I want something that has a higher probability of giving me the pips that I'm looking for. So when we're oversold, the chances are it's going to turn and go up. And I don't want to get caught when it turns and goes up having a sell. So I just avoid it altogether. And here you can see it's going down, it's turned. So it's a little bit of a head fake. So you see this little bit of green, but then it turned again. So here, when this turned up, I probably would have passed also, even if it was daytime, because the green line isn't quite close enough to the red line. I want to catch it when it's closer to this line and entering the channel. So it's gone up, gone down again, gone up again, another head fake, and then it's gone down. So I am going to avoid that. Pound yen. Overbought. Everybody's going down. And I got the double cross, the red on top and the black on top. All the lines are clustered. The majors and minors are clustered, so that's kind of a plus. The signal is stronger when the lines are clustered. There is terrific steepness on the green line. So if you think of average steepness would be kind of a 45-degree angle. This is greater than a 45-degree angle. And in fact, it's gone from more steep. There's a little kink in the line right here where it's gone from more steep or less steep to more steep. Another positive. So I like this. I will consider a trade as long as the green line is less than halfway into the channel. I don't mind that the minors have gone more than halfway. I'm interested in where the majors are. So this is a nice setup. 2 orange lines going down, supporting the sell that we're seeing here. Dotted blue going up. So I've got 3 of the 4 telling me sell. I need a minimum of 3 of the 4 here telling me sell. So now I'm going to jump down to the pressure. I've got weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines and that the lines are spread. They're coming together now, but when there's a gap in these lines, the signal is weaker. So, and as we look at this, the green line is almost horizontal. It's got a very small upslope. And the red line is about to go over, but it hasn't crossed over yet. So I would like to have the red line cross over before I do the kind of the next phase of analysis on this. So it's not quite ready yet. But the other issue here is when we check the news, we've got all of that news coming up at 8 o'clock, and we're within, that's just a little over an hour from now. So I don't want to trade using this signal when there's a news event, because this signal goes out the door when that news gets announced. Euro Australian dollar, we're approaching oversold. The majors have turned. Minors are still going down, so nothing there. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen. Overbought, majors going up, minors are sideways, so nothing there. Euro New Zealand dollar, oversold, everybody's sideways. Pound New Zealand dollar, oversold and coming down. Got a little bit of a head fake here where it started to go up and then turned. New Zealand dollar, yen. overbought. Everybody's going down. I have the double cross. The green line is about at a 45-degree angle. So I got the 3 points here. I prefer the green line to be a little steeper. I've got one orange line going down, but one orange line going up. So I've only got one of the two here. And I, excuse me, I got the dotted blue going up and thick blue coming down. So I only have one of the two on the blue. So I only have two of the four here. I want to have three of the four. I do have on the pressure, I've got weak up pressure with red on top. So I have a point here. What makes this weak up pressure is the slope of the line is kind of less than 45 degrees. And we've got the gap here. So it's starting to roll. But I don't have the TNTs in favor. And then the other piece why I would pass on this, evening in New Zealand, evening in Japan. So I want one of these to be in the daytime. New Zealand USD, minors are oversold, majors are still coming down, so nothing there. Euro Swiss franc, everybody's sideways. We're in the middle of the channel, so nothing. Not getting a good signal this morning. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold, and everybody's coming down. We've got the upside down duckbill on the majors. So this tells me that there's a little bit more of a push going down going to happen. I normally won't trade off of this, but if I have an open trade, I may keep it open a little bit longer because there's more down coming. Swiss franc, yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got the double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. So I've got 3 points here. What I don't like is the slope of the green line. We're going from more steep to less steep. So it's starting to go sideways. That tells me it's weakening. I do have three of the four here on the TNTs, two orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up. But I don't have the pressure. I've got kind of weak up pressure that's starting to roll. So again, I don't have all the elements that I want. So I'm going to pass. I only need a couple good trades a day. So I want to wait till I see the setup that I want. Euro, yen again. So this is kind of similar to this. Overbought, everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross on the red on top and the black on top, but I've got this kink in the line where I'm going from more steep. So like this was a nice signal here had you caught this, but this is telling me it's weakening. I've got the two orange lines going down, the two blue lines going up. So I've got all four here. And I have the pressure. I've got up pressure with the red on top, and the green line is horizontal. So I've got 8 points here. One here, three here, and three here. Now my hesitancy on this is the euro pound. So in Europe, it is 1 o'clock, so it's still daytime there. Even though it is evening in Japan, so that's okay. But this little kink has got me bothered. So the next, but let's do our full analysis and see what's there. So the next thing I want to do is kind of confirm the signal, confirm the setup, and how I'm going to do that is by looking at the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So let us do that here. Euro, yen. what I want to see here is I want to see that we're overbought on the 2 hour and overbought on the 4 hour. And we are overbought on the 2 hour. And it started to turn. I don't necessarily need it to have turned, but it has started to turn. So we actually have the setup here. Overbought, everybody's going down, and the double cross. But here we didn't really get to overbought. We got midway into the channel and it started to turn. I prefer to have this overbought. I want to catch it. And again, it doesn't have to be going down. These are both sideways. And the reason I want both of these overbought is because when the signal weakens, like it has here, it's going from more steep to less steep. If it takes a little bit longer for the trade to execute, I'll still get the trade off of the 2 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. Because if it's overbought, at some point it's going to go down, and hopefully it'll go down before it stops out. Because we can see that it, when it's overbought, it can keep going up, as we're seeing here. Overbought, there was still a run in it. But I don't like the 4 hour. I want these lines up here, so I am going to pass. So let's keep looking. Oops, what were we on? Euro yen. This next one. Euro yen. Pound. We kind of have the signal here. We don't really have the double cross. The red hasn't really crossed over in the middle of the channel, and the lines are confused. Majors are kind of going down, minors are up. In this Canadian Swiss franc, overbought, still going up. So nothing there. So we've gone through 24 charts using the 10-point trade. Haven't seen anything. We've got 3 minutes left in the hour. So I have another signal, which is called the thick orange line signal. It's a little scalp trade. And basically, I'm looking to see what the position of the thick orange line is. The thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as high as it can go, it's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. And if it's at 10, the orange line thinks there's no more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that is a time to sell. So right now I'm at 6.9. That isn't close enough. 5, not close enough. 7, not close enough. So 0, yes, this is telling me there's no more up in the movement. But I want to confirm that by looking at where the majors are. And I want the majors to confirm that there's no more down in the movement by being oversold. So this is in the middle of the channel. This is telling me there's more down in the movement. So I'm going to pass. 0 here, again, telling me no more down in the movement. But my majors are telling me, yeah, there is more down in the movement. So I don't have agreement. 0 here. Yes. And my lines are way down here. Australian Canadian dollar. What was that news? It was on the pound. Okay, pound USD. We can take a buy here. Take a 5-pip buy on the Canadian dollar, on the Australian Canadian dollar. So let's, you can take that in your simulator, or if you have MetaTrader. So, oh, come on, AUD, CAD, it's a buy. AUD, CAD, I don't have it open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. I'm going to go to this third group. It usually is in here, AUD, CAD. I'm going to change this to a 1 hour. And I am going to go to New Order. This is a demo account. It's got a 10,600 in it. So my lot size is going to be 1.06. I'm just going to move this decimal spot over 4 places. I'm going to click market buy. Once it's recorded, I'm going to right click on it, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. So 5 pips equals 50 points. If I put that in and I click the little blue button, it does the math for me. And because the accuracy of this trade, I'm going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So that's 20 pips, which is 200 points. I click the red button, it does the math. And I want to make sure that I get my full 5 pips. So I'm going to just confirm the price I got in at, which is 91868. So if I add 5 to this, I'm going to go to 91918. 91918. I want to get my full 5 pips. I click the modify button. It drops in my take profit and my stop loss. So we took a buy on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, with a take profit of 0.91918 and a stop loss of 0.91654. So that's a take profit of 0.91918, a stop loss of 0.91654. I expect this to close within the next hour. Let's see if we got any questions. Nope, we're good. All right, gang. So we will see you on Monday. Good trading today. And if you need to get a hold of me for any reason, I am available. You can schedule time with me by just going to the webpage, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and you can book some time with me. We're here to make you good traders. And again, we're so confident that we can do that. We'll let you trade with company money. All right. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.